Imagine standing alone in a candlelit room. In front of you, a mirror. You stare into it, and for a split second, you wonder, are you really just looking at yourself? Or is something else looking back at you? That feeling of unease, of mystery, of hidden worlds just beyond the glass. This is why mirrors have fascinated humanity for thousands of years. And today, we're diving into the realm of mirror magic, where mythology, symbolism, and the occult all collide. Mirrors are not just shiny tools to check your hair. Across cultures, they've been seen as gateways, as traps for souls, as instruments of divination, and even as weapons against dark forces. In mythology, legends, and ritual practice, mirrors are far more than reflections. They are portals. So buckle up, because this is going to be a journey across myth and magic, from the temples of ancient Greece to the shadowy rooms of occultists, from fairy tales to modern rituals. Let's start with the ancient world. In Greek mythology, one of the most famous stories involving reflective surfaces is the tale of Perseus and Medusa. Perseus was sent to slay the Gorgon whose gaze could turn anyone to stone. But how do you defeat someone you can't even look at? The answer: a shining bronze shield polished to a mirror-like finish. By looking at Medusa only through the reflection, Perseus could avoid her deadly gaze and strike. Here, the mirror wasn't just a tool, it was a weapon, a protective force that allowed humanity to confront the monstrous. This story already hints at something deeper. Mirrors can deflect power, they can shield, they can redirect energy, and that theme appears again and again. Meanwhile, in ancient China, bronze mirrors were considered sacred. Archaeologists have found beautifully decorated mirrors in tombs, often placed near the head of the deceased. Why? Because mirrors were thought to reflect evil spirits, to banish demons, and to serve as protective charms. Some Chinese legends even say that mirrors reveal the true form of a ghost or a demon. Imagine someone who appears human until they walk past a mirror and suddenly their monstrous shape is revealed. That symbolism is powerful. Mirrors as tools of truth, showing what is hidden, tearing down illusions. Now, in Japanese folklore, mirrors play a central role too. One of the most important Shinto relics, the Yata no Kagami, is literally a sacred mirror. According to legend, it was used to lure the sun goddess Amaterasu out of her cave, restoring light to the world. Think about that. A mirror brought back the sun. It wasn't just a reflection of light, it was a vessel that carried divine radiance. To this day, mirrors in Japan hold a deep spiritual meaning. They are objects of purity, of clarity, and of divine truth. But of course, not all mirror lore is about protection. In the West, there's a darker twist: the mirror as a gateway to other realms. Medieval occultists believed that by gazing into a mirror, one could perform scrying, peering into the future, contacting spirits, or even accessing hidden knowledge. The black mirror, also known as the obsidian mirror, was a favorite tool of magicians. One of the most famous examples comes from Dr. John Dee, the Elizabethan scholar, astrologer, and occultist. Dee used a polished obsidian mirror, likely of Aztec origin, to communicate with angels. This was not superstition to him. It was a practice of deep ritual significance. And when you see one of these black mirrors in a museum today, it almost seems to hum with mystery. It invites you to look closer, but maybe warns you not to. And speaking of Aztecs, their mythology also placed mirrors at the center of cosmic meaning. Tezcatlipoca, one of the most powerful deities, was often depicted with a smoking mirror. In fact, his very name means smoking mirror. He was a god of night, of sorcery, of conflict and destiny. His obsidian mirror was both an instrument of divination and a weapon. It allowed him to see into people's hearts. to reveal their hidden desires, their secrets, their weaknesses. Imagine that, your soul laid bare in the surface of a dark, volcanic mirror. This isn't just reflection, this is cosmic X-ray vision. Jumping forward in time, the folklore of Europe gives us countless warnings about mirrors. One of the most chilling is the belief that when someone dies, all the mirrors in the house should be covered. Why? Because if the soul of the deceased sees its reflection, it might get trapped inside. That's why draped mirrors became a common custom at funerals. The mirror becomes a potential prison for the soul, a liminal surface where the living and the dead might meet. And even today, some people feel uneasy looking into a mirror in a darkened room, as if they might see something other than themselves. This brings us to one of the most enduring urban legends, Bloody Mary. Almost everyone has heard it. Stand in a dark room, light a candle, stare into the mirror and call her name 3 times. The legend says a ghostly figure will appear, sometimes beautiful, sometimes terrifying. Whether or not people truly believe in it, the ritual has an undeniable hold on the imagination. It's a modern echo of an ancient idea that mirrors are doorways, that something can come through if you look too long, or if you call the wrong name. From mythology to magic, mirrors also symbolize the self. In Jungian psychology, the mirror represents the encounter with the shadow, the part of ourselves we refuse to see. Occult traditions echo this. To look into a magical mirror is not only to see spirits or visions, it is to confront your own truth. That can be scarier than any ghost. And then there's the fascinating role of mirrors in fairy tales. Snow White's wicked queen has her enchanted mirror, always telling her who is fairest. That mirror doesn't lie. It tells the raw truth, even when it cuts deep. In Alice Through the Looking Glass, Lewis Carroll reimagines the mirror as a portal into another world, one that looks familiar yet utterly strange. These stories capture our instinctive sense that mirrors are never just glass. They are thin boundaries between worlds, the known and the unknown, the conscious and the unconscious, the safe and the dangerous. So what does mirror magic mean today? Modern practitioners of witchcraft and the occult still use mirrors for protection, for divination, and for shadow work. A black mirror, carefully consecrated, becomes a tool for scrying. Others hang mirrors in their homes as wards, reflecting negative energy back at whoever sends it. Some even use small mirror charms worn as jewelry to deflect the evil eye. And the belief in reflective surfaces as shields is alive and well, connecting us directly to traditions thousands of years old. And yet, even outside of magic, mirrors are woven into our everyday lives in ways we rarely think about. Every time you look at your reflection, you're participating in a ritual as old as humanity. You're confronting not only how you look, but perhaps, on some unconscious level, who you are. That's the magnetic pull of mirrors. They force us to meet ourselves, whether we want to or not. So next time you pass by a mirror, pause for a moment. Look closer. Ask yourself, what am I really seeing? Is it just a face, or is it a mask? A gateway, a truth you haven't yet accepted? This has been a journey into the world of mirrors in myth and magic. If you enjoyed diving into this mystery, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow seekers of the strange and the sacred. Until next time, when you look into the glass, remember, maybe, just maybe, something is looking back. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Feel free to share it with a friend who loves a good mystery. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so you won't miss the next story. There's a lot more to uncover, and I'd love to have you along for the journey.